Alright, Shimanko everyone. So today I'm gonna be talking about porn. This is the start of a journal that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be 30 days and I'm gonna try to go porn free. I signed up for this app called Fortify and basically just teaches you about porn addiction and how to quit it. I look stupid with this fucking hat. Now I look better. So yeah. So basically I signed up for this app called Fortify, and I'm not saying that this app is gonna make me quit porn, but I've been implementing steps to quit porn because I'm tired of pornography. I'm tired of using it because pornography is such a bad thing. It's disgusting and it doesn't align with who I am or who I want to become, and I want to completely get rid of it. So every day I'm gonna do a journal. Basically, I'm gonna talk about a topic every day, and also I'm gonna do a written journal to just like include things that I've been learning and questions that I've answered. So today, what I want to talk about is what porn, or what the reason why you actually watch porn, because I watched porn for over 12 years now, and I quit many times. The longest I quit was I think 5 months, but I had streaks of like a month or a few weeks, 2 months, and then eventually I got to 5 months, and then something happened. I became really confused and I got back to pornography. But the thing that we need to recognize about pornography, or using pornography, is that we're not using it just to feel pleasure. We're not using it because we're bored or we want to escape. These are just like really minuscule things that you might be using pornography for, but the bigger and deeper thing, or deeper reason why you're actually using porn, is because it brings you back to a state of being that your body is comfortable with, or your subconscious is comfortable with. You use porn to basically bring you back into that little kid that's insecure or anxious, because when you were young, you might like most of your experiences when you were young were probably really bad. Maybe you got bullied, maybe your parents were screaming, or maybe some negative shit happened. And I'm not saying that there's not good experiences when you're young, but reality is suffering. And when you're young, you go through a lot of shit, you see a lot of shit, and as you grow up, that starts to solidify and starts to make you into the person you are today. And for me, basically, it was a lot of experiences that made me insecure and lonely. I lost a lot of friends. I was abandoned. I was thrown out. I was made fun of. I was bullied. And as I grow up, that kind of becomes my personality. And when I try to change, when I'm from the age of 16 until now 24, I was trying to change the person that I was. I was trying to change my core self, who was the insecure, anxious person, and I'm still like this today, because I can feel it. I can feel the negative, the shitty, the anxious emotions when I'm in social events or when I'm around people, and that is my default state. And when I try to adjust that state and be someone different, my subconscious mind says no. And when I start to get there, when I start to get some of that momentum going, some of the happiness and security going, what my subconscious mind does is it trips me up. It fucking puts it hold on, it puts its leg like this and fucking trips me, right? And then I fall and I'm back to the same insecure pussy that I was when I was young. And I've noticed this because this happened to me a lot of times, but now it's like really clear. I even recorded like a whole audio me talking about how my behaviors are bringing me back to a state of being that of a state of like being that's anxious and insecure. And every time I try to be successful, every time I try to improve, my subconscious mind, it trips me up. And the easiest way for my subconscious mind to trip me up is by the use of pornography, because my subconscious knows that pornography makes me feel like shit. My subconscious knows that I'm not gonna go outside if I watch porn. It knows that if I watch porn, I'm not gonna socialize, I'm gonna feel insecure, I'm gonna feel guilty. And that's exactly the way I was when I was young. I felt all of those things. And so that's the easiest way to trip me up and make me feel this way. And when I was off of porn for 5 months, I was feeling good, I was socializing, I was going outside. And and when you overcome porn, obviously there's other ways that your own body can trick you into going back to those negative feelings, but like porn is a major one for most people, because again, it's so easy to access and it can bring you back to those negative ways of feeling, just like that, just with watching a little bit porn, touching your cock, and then having an orgasm. And it's a cycle. So what I'm saying is that if you're that kid that's insecure, that's anxious, and you're watching pornography, then it's clear that pornography is just a behavior to bring you back to that shitty way of being and feeling. And this is the first thing that you should recognize. It's like a fundamental piece to who you are, because your behaviors, they create you, right? What you do on a daily basis makes you into the person that you are. What you think on a daily basis, or what you think and you do on a daily basis, makes you into the person that you are. So just recognize that when you're watching porn, it's not actually because it feels good, because there's a lot of other things that you could do that will make you feel just as good. Socializing with people will make you feel good. Going outside and playing some football will make you feel good. Running will make you feel good. Watching a funny video will make you feel good. But why do you just go to pornography? Regular sex can make you feel good, right? And again, that's hitting a biological need. So why don't you just find a girlfriend and have sex with her? It doesn't work like that, because that behavior, again, it brings you back to that way of being that you were, or you are. And yeah, when I saw this, because I saw it really, really clearly. It was one night when I was alone in this fucking white room that felt like a mental hospital. I was watching porn and I jerked off like 4 to 5 times, and I just, I felt so insecure. I felt so lonely and depressed. And because I felt this way, I was able to understand why I'm feeling like this. I was able to understand the whole experience and what I just did. So when I jerked off and masturbated to porn like 5 times, and I was so alone, I felt that, like, I'm okay. This is me. This is the person who I am. I am this insecure, lonely guy who's supposed to feel like this, and it felt okay to me. But obviously I knew that I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be this lonely, insecure guy. I wanted to be outside and socializing. I wanted to be going to events and talking to people. I wanted to have a business and organize events. I didn't want to be this pathetic guy who's watching pornography. And in that moment, I went outside, I took my headphones and I just recorded myself, and I basically realized this thing, which is my behaviors, or my subconscious will do things or engage in behaviors that make it feel in homeostasis, in a way that feels natural to who I am. And yes, I've been raised as an insecure, anxious little kid that got bullied and that was lonely and that needed attention. But I recognize this, and I don't want to be that person. I want to be a really powerful man. I want to have confidence. I want to be able to talk to people flawlessly. I want to, go out and do things. I don't want to be staying inside and just watching pornography, because that's not the life that I want to live. And I know that it's going to be so hard to change this, because it's so like ingrained in me now, like this behavior of watching pornography, to get that feeling. But I believe it's possible, and I believe that if I just study and I do it progressively, then I can eventually overcome it, and I can quit porn forever, because I don't want to watch porn. It's just not me. It doesn't align with my values, and I don't want to engage in that shit. I don't want to support that shit, because I know it's fucking destroying men all around the world, and I don't want to be a part of it.